live, go live, go live, go live. What's up, everybody? Okay, I don't want to have to block. You see the flag. Let me just take that out real quick. Gather around. Love, love. Let's do this. Woo! Okay, this is a crazy moment. Khamenei is out of here, okay? He's out of here. The nigga is out of here. Fuck out of here. Okay. Sorry. All you the Muslim dick riders, he's out of here. He's fucking out of here. Okay. Israeli official says Khamenei killed. Bye. Bye. Oh, listen, we gonna turn up tonight, okay? I had to come in and say some shit about this because this is huge news. I'm sorry. I know y'all been, you've been hearing about 50 Cent versus T.I. I don't give a flying fuck about all that staged bullshit. We don't care, okay? This is far more important. And frankly, rappers should, again, it's not to say that you have to be political. Ultimately, you're an artist. Your job is to entertain, but they're not even doing that. And this is why the game is trash. You're not even entertaining. All you're doing is, trolling, forced beefs. Okay, your catalog is not going to stack up to 50 Cent. We already know this. This is such a waste of time. Obviously, people amping up the set because that's what people on the internet will do. They want to see a body, okay? And then when a body occurs, then they start playing victim and saying, oh my God, you took it too far, all that shit, okay? At the end of the day, that shit's meaningless. This is far more interesting, okay? So we're going to turn up today. Let me see the comments first and foremost before I start partying with y'all. And some girls died. Some girls died? Oh, okay, cool. All right. And you're pretending to be virtuous? We don't have time for that, my man. Okay, fuck out of here. Yo, Muhammad. Tethering, my tethers. Ain't nothing but a tether party. Let's go. Shout out to my fellow Iranians. Let's go. The GOAT has returned. I'm here. What's up, Ronnie? I mean, look, listen. War sucks. This is why you don't start wars. This is why people who start wars, who agitate, like your clowns, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, are evil people. You don't agitate. Don't start shit, won't be no shit. Isn't this like, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. This is why we don't start conflict, because it can always go left, right? Conflicts go left and innocent people die. This is why people that start wars are the worst people ever. Don't start a war, right? There's almost no reason for that shit. But you get these Islamic clowns who start shit constantly. That's what they do, okay? Islam started it. Their whole religion is built on hate for the kafir. Let me save you guys the Islamic lesson for now. We might come back to it, okay? But Islam by nature always starts conflict because to them, it is totalitarian. You are going to become Muslim. That's how they think about it. It's either you become Muslim by force or by coercion, or you die, or you become a dhimmi and you pay tax. You basically are treated like a third-class citizen. Okay, lots of mafia racket shit, and then you're just, anytime we feel like killing your peoples, raping your peoples, we'll do that. Okay, fuck Islam. Anyway, Pretty Ills, what up? What's your question, Pretty Ills? You said I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer what? Nigga, what? Shout out to my fellow Iranians. Yeah, man. Listen, this shit is a game changer, yo. It really and truly is. Like, it's hard for some people to see it, but I'm telling you, a free Middle East is better for everybody, okay? Your oil prices is going to, even if you want to think of it as simple as your groceries, your oil prices, things are going to just be cheaper. If you want to be just like that, okay? But much more importantly, people are free. We don't have to deal with this Islamic terrorism, which has been tearing up Africans, black folk. We deal with this stuff. All these, Boko Haram, these Fulani tribes in Nigeria, they're sponsored by Iran, man. Fuck them. What's up, Mike? Okay, fam, according to you, no more wars after this then? Well, ends, listen, it depends on the Muslims. Listen, if the Muslims don't want war, we're not going to have war. But if they want to continue to try to kill us and convert us and all this goofy shit, then we might have to go to war, right? Never forget how this started. This Khamenei dying is a perfect reflection of the shit that he started on October 7th, like an idiot. And Israel came for that ass. Shout out to Israel. Petrarca, I wonder if he thought that the Magdi was going to stop the missiles from hitting. He probably thought. He's a fucking the dude was a pedo. He's a clown. He's a pedo just like Muhammad was a pedo. That they follow in that pedo, distracted from natural law garbage. Sorry, I'm gonna go in tonight. This is gonna be highly Islamophobic, okay? This is culture. It's going to be Islamophobic. I'm warning you now, okay? Oh my God. But in the meantime, let me see if I can find something because, we're going to play some music right now. I got to shout out to my Iranian people first and foremost because, look, they're the ones that have gone through it, man. They really and truly have. They've been through this shit. Like, you guys don't understand. And then we're going to put some songs and just party. Ain't nothing but a Persian party. So don't be surprised if you hear some Pac in here. Okay, but let's first and foremost give it up for the folks who really need, and that'll be my Persian people. Let's go.
وقتی واسه غم چه قصه هامون کم نیست همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند واسه غم نیست چه قصه هامون کم نیست همه خسته این قبولم ما فرصتی واسه ماتم نیست روشن میشه فردا خورشید سرزمین ما سرم باز و سینه سپر بلند
Listen, man. Let's go. Only built for Islamophobes. Let's go. Oh, we gonna go there, man. We gonna go there tonight. Sorry, guys. I know if you're, an Islamic dick sucker, like feel free to join the chat. But at the end of the day, shit is not gonna go well for you. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be highly Islamophobic. I'm just warning you now, right? I'll tell you a long time ago. Taking you on another one. Making cream like that, nigga. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's Israel. I told you a long time ago. Oh my God. Listen, man, we're gonna turn up tonight. Let's go. Two of America's Most Wanted. Or let's say, what? Is it two of America's Most Wanted? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I completely forgot that they even had a music video for this shit. Oh. I haven't seen this in a fucking minute.
And champagne cabbage.
Let's go.
Yeah. Happy to see me. Wasn't y'all talking when I got in here? Finish.
No. Wait. What's important is.
Ain't you gonna get that?
Khamenei, ain't you gonna get it? You don't get
that? Yeah, baby. I'll be there in 1 minute.
Who's that, Biggie?
Oh, that's just Faye. She's always checking up on me.
It's a lying piece of shit.
Pops, please don't kill me. It was Buff's idea. Oh, man. I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
I ain't gonna kill you. We was homeboys once, pig. Once we homeboys, we always homeboys.
Well, we were never
even if you
homeboys
is
with the
a fact.
Muslims because Muslims don't believe in being homeboys. They believe in hating the kafir until they get the right positional advantage, and then they take out the kafir.
Phony.
Thank you, Pop. Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Don't thank me. Sorry.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Like party.
Ain't nothing but a Persian party.
Nothing but a gangster party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Nothing but a gangster party. I paint a perfect picture. Palmer suckers with precision. My intentions to get richer with that and double OP. All my closest homies is so cold. We dispose our foes.
I took my hand on a gun.
Now I'm back in the courtroom,
Waiting on the outcome.
You see, this all that's on my mind. Mine's at the same time. They see me trying to take mine. So I'm gonna be smart and get defensive with this and put together a million more with the gangsters.
I ain't got a place. Too multi-millionaire young brothers catching cases. Busters get ready for the throwdown. It's about to go down. Me and Snoop about to clown. I'm losing my religion. I'm vicious on these stool bitches. You might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Busters be acting like they savage. I'm out to get the cabbage. I got nothing but love for my homies living life.
I got a pit named P. She make it rain. I got a house out in the hills. Right
Next to Chino,
Think I got a black beamer, but my dream is to own a fly casino. Like Bugsy.
Let's go. More and more. Rip Tupac, man. The GOAT. The Shaw pulling up. Yes, sir. Yo, one love. Listen. Look. Nicholas, I ain't even hating on y'all. Okay, USA. This is USA's day. The USA is killing it. Listen, the USA is the best country in the fucking world. I said it. And I'm Canadian. I'm happy to be Canadian. I'm proud to be Canadian. Really and truly. But at the end of the day, Americans got this shit done. It was Israel. It was the Iranian, obviously the Iranian people, Israel, the United States. Everyone else folded like bitches. Canada folded like a little bitch. France folded like bitches. England folded like little bitches. If it wasn't up to the United States and Israel and the Iranian people, we would be back in fucking Islam world. Okay, Islam world is, I don't know if it'll ever be gone, but it's taken a major blow. That's a fact. Okay, so shout out to the USA. And the USA is already rebounding and becoming a stronger country than it's ever been. Well, maybe not ever been, but certainly within the last, let's say, 5 to 6, 7 years. Okay, the USA is back. Okay, and they're talking that shit. They're walking around with that pause, big dick energy. This is what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, man. So no, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all won the gold. You deserve that shit. You know, I bet you I didn't watch the game. I already knew the US was gonna win that shit. But I'm sure some Canadian sportscaster, well, the better team didn't quite win. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. The better team won, okay? Stop it. Stop making excuses for fucking mediocrity. Drives me insane. There's some people here in Canada are so fucking mediocre, and they're in positions of power. So they spread this fucking socialist communist rhetoric. But not all Canadians are down with that shit. We don't like that shit. Okay? Stop making excuses for mediocrity. Oh, the better team. No, the better team didn't fucking the better team won, nigga. How you like that? Now follow us as we ride. Yeah, listen. Well, listen, Nicholas. Yeah, okay. As long as we give a fight, that's cool. Listen, at the end of the day, winner's a winner. Okay. All right. Don't hate. Don't hate. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let me read the comments. We partying tonight. Bobby Perkins, what up? What up? Let's see. Tupac, the GOAT of rap. Well, listen, passionate music fan, shout out to you. I've known many, many Muslim people in my life. Many. Again, I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I lived there for a decade, right? So I know much more about Islam than 95% of people in the Western world. That's a fact. I've grown up under Islam. I have, I've seen people, like I know that there are good Muslim people. That goes without saying. But their ideology is garbage. Like the ideology that is the umbrella that they sort of subscribe to, which they don't follow. So they're not really Muslim to me, if I'm being honest with you. Because number one, according to your doctrine commands you to hate the kafir. And it's very explicit about this. And this is something that Muslims never talk about. Of course, they're not going to talk about it because they're trying to take over, right? But this is so obvious. Once you know, oh shit, your religion, about 55, 52, 53% of all your doctrine is about the other, is about me. It's not even about what it's like to be a Muslim, but most of it is actually about me, as in go and kill or convert that clown. Most of your religion is about that shit. Of course, you're not going to, share that with the public. But my point is, the good Muslims that I know, and I know some, absolutely I know some. And what will even blow your mind is, like, I've even bought Muslim presents for people, right? I'll go to a store that's Muslim, and I don't like Islam, but if I know if a friend of mine or someone I care about, an acquaintance, they want that, and I know that would make them happy, they get them some, I don't know, like a prayer bead or whatever, I'll do that shit. Again, I'm a lover. I like humanity. But at the end of the day, I am not about to sit here and watch some Muslim try to freaking take over, shut me out, all this stuff, which they always do, right? The ones that follow Islam is what I'm trying to say. The ones that follow the doctrine, they always do that shit. They just do it in sneaky little ways, either directly or sneaky. The ones who you call good Muslims are not following that stuff. And I wish they would step away, but it's their decision. If at the end of the day, I'm not going to force them. But again, if you are to believe whatever you want to believe in the privacy of your own home, right? Why would I care? You don't see me talking about Hindus or Buddhists or whatever. I don't care. Or Wiccans or whatever. They're not trying to do terrorist attacks. They're not trying to force their silly Narnia Palestine shit in my kids' education system and all that kind of shit. They're not. They're just going about their fucking days, right? When it's Christmas time, they say Merry Christmas. They love people, right? It's not like these, freaking Muslims, again, the ones that follow Islam, they come in, set up. It's always the same thing. Once you understand Islam, you know how these people roll. It's always the same thing. They come in, pretend to be nice. Immediately they start going into enclaves. Then they set up these parallel societies. Then they start trying to flex their voting power. And then they start saying, no, actually, we want halal. No, actually, now you got to be halal. No, actually, if you don't like Islam, then you got to be fired. And actually, you know what? If we don't like it, we can just beat you up in the street. And by the way, don't come into our Muslim areas. And you're just going, what the fuck? Let's go. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. They're good in spite of being Muslim, not because of it. 1000%. Yeah, the Persian music fan. No, I appreciate you asking. And again, homie, like your belief system. Again, this is not my opinion. It's a fact. Okay, it's a fact that a little more than half of your religion is entirely about hate, or it deals with the kafir, which is me essentially, and all of it is kill, get them to become dhimmis, pay tax, right? Or convert somehow, right? That's a problem. And you can still practice your faith. However, those parts of your faith that clearly are anti-humanity, you should not be practicing. And you can't get mad at me if I say, hey, what's up with that? What's up with that? Anyway. More and more. We're gonna infidels rejoice. Let's go. Infidels rejoice. Thank you, base God. What's that in the background? Looks like a lamp. You mean this? This is like what's so funny, man? This thing is, I don't even know what this is. I think this is it's more shisha shit. Again, this is stuff I got from Saudi, like 2 decades ago. And just kept, and it's funny, I was in Saudi, never smoked shisha a day in my life. But, it is what it is. Like I said, man, international tether. Mossad agent, Zionist, the whole nine. What's up, everybody? Okay. Who did Kendrick co-sign? Who cares? More and more. Let's see. Looks like a genie lamp. Yeah, it does look like a genie lamp. It's so wild, man. I think this is why I started to, even from a young age, I was really into, obviously, fantasy stories and stuff, because I would read about like for example, the voyages of Sinbad Arabian Nights and or whatever and all that shit. And I was like, I'm living this shit. y'all dreaming that shit. I'm living that shit. So yeah. Let's see here. 50 Cent Marathon. Let's see. Fordsman. Okay. Righty knife work. Who? Y'all niggas talking about? Anyways, man, no, I'm so happy for these people, man, on some real shit, because it's long overdue, man. It is long overdue. Like, and that's the thing. October 7 woke all this shit up. What's up, Tiger Lord? Yo. Smoking on a Khamenei pack. Did Khamenei's goofy ass know that when he paid Yahya Sinwar and those goofball Hamas people to go and attack Jews, that he would be the next one up? Again, this. I fuck with y'all, man. I fuck with y'all, Jews. I fuck with y'all. Y'all family, okay? Don't fuck around. It said, you know what? Listen, we gonna get at you. The time is always. It's not if. It's a when. I fucking love that shit. Okay? It's not if. It's when. And the truth is, it's just by human nature. Most people want to be around good human beings that want to live and not have to deal with violence, okay? This is why it's very important for people like us who are good people, I would say. You have to stay strong, okay? Do what you got to do if you want to stay physically fit, try to work out, all that shit, stay mentally strong, that kind of stuff, because you got to protect yourself. And countries have to behave like this too. We don't want war. But if you come to us with that goofy shit, we have to be able to defend ourselves. And the worst situations is when good people cannot defend themselves, like what you saw in Iran and the way that the Islamic regime was just murdering people in the street. That shit's unreal. Unreal. You're killing like 50,000 people in the span of 3 days. What kind of Nazi shit is that? But again, that's that Islam. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. The reason why Muslims play these goofy games and these sneaky games and, Islamophobia, and they start crying is because they know the West has the guns. They don't got the guns no more. They used to have the swords and shit like that. And then the Christians drove their ass out after dealing with all this jihad and bullshit. And the West, or I should say Islam, has been on the decline ever since. But so what they do now is they do that sneaky shit. We just want to set up and pray to Allah on our own, blah, blah. And then eventually it's the enclaves and parallel side, the whole shit. The only reason they do that is because they don't got the guns. If they had the guns, they would run up in here and do it. Clown ass. Bars, Tiger Lord. Let's go. Siege of Vienna. Let's go. Yeah, man. Anyways, since I got y'all on the live, we can go by. I'm still going to be checking in and see if there's any new interesting news or development. But let's talk hip hop. What's interesting to y'all right now? Obviously, you're talking about the 50 Cent, T.I. This stuff is so forced, man. It's so forced, and I know why they're forcing it, because everybody wants to see 50 Cent come out. Okay, 50 Cent's in the house. They want him to come outside. So they're gonna gas T.I. up. They're gonna T.I. he's amazing. He got classics. He's better than 50. The new song he has is top 10 all time. People will say whatever just to hopefully get 50 Cent out the house. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. 50 Cent's not coming outside. Again, I can't say this for 100%, but I'm willing to bet that 50 Cent is not coming outside, and he doesn't have to. T.I. is nowhere close to 50. And I like T.I. Again, I do like T.I., and I think that T.I. is, he has his moments for sure, but he was never that guy. He never was. 50 Cent was that dude. I need to explain why 50 has always been that dude, Nicholas. I don't know, man. It's almost like you had to have been there. But even that, you don't need to have been there, man. You can hear the songs, you know. Listen, Panthers, man, I've been in these YouTube streets. I told you. So around 2004, when this hip hop shit started to go really left with Kanye West, Jeezy, and all that garbage, I started to I really started to listen to a lot of rap. I started to play catch up, okay, to stuff prior to 97, because like I told you, 97 was kind of the year where I started to really listen to rap heavy. So I started playing catch up, but I was playing catch up really for like stuff in the mid 90s, I would say, and late and early 90s. It wasn't until like 2008 that I started hanging out with Canadian legend John Bronski, who's an old school cat, who's put me onto the stuff from the 70s and 80s, or I should say really from the 80s. And then that made me go, whoa, and I started to really understand hip hop. But my point is that if you go to a lot of those YouTube videos that have been up for like, 15, 20 years, that have been up since kind of YouTube became a thing, you'll find my comments in that shit. I'm out here. I was listening to rap because, again, I was listening to a lot of hip hop on my own around 2004. And then once YouTube came out in like 2005, 2006, it was like, oh shit, now I can watch the video. Now I can do this, like blah, blah. And I started to it intensified my digging. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, 50 has been that guy. I mean, Nicholas. Yeah, you see, what's T.I. gonna do? What's T.I. gonna do when this happens? Late, riding. He's riding. He's riding. New York riding.
Yo, your man could have ran when I robbed him, but he froze. And I ain't even rocking the sleep.
That nigga doze.
That shit could have helped you get rich. What you chose, now you heartbroken. That's what you get for loving. An ill flow with no beat is incomplete. It's like
an ill flow with no beat is incomplete. Come on, man. What is he gonna do? 50 only has good, Richard Die Trying is the most clown shit ever. It's the most clown shit ever. Ever. I'm gonna see if I can find my comment here, because I had made a non. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. But it's not going to be good for T.I. on any level, man. It's really not going to be good for him. Oh, geez. I cannot seem to find the shit. Anyways, whatever. But as I was able to do like a good 20 songs easy that are not on Get Rich or Die Trying that would just smash T.I. like fast. Get him out of there fast. Right? I mean, let's even, I'll play another example. There's songs you're not even thinking about. And I'm not even, again, it's not even just all the street shit, because obviously 50's got way better street records than T.I., which means he's got better hip hop joints, which means he would win in the verses, right? That's how that goes. But I'm saying even joints for the ladies, right? Let's go. I mean, I think.
yeah. It's my tape, man. Listen to my tape.
I've waited, time went by, yeah.
If I was your best friend, I want you around all the time. I want you around me all the time. I'll be your best friend. If you promise you'll be mine, girl, promise you'll be mine. He said he's just a friend. Now, girl, let's not pretend. Come on. He is or he ain't your man. He said he's just a friend. If I was your best friend. First we get to talking, then we get to touching. If we get past the phone games, we'll be.
Beats retarded. Not beats retarded. Oh yeah, squabble up. Geek got my. Yo, I'm looking for the mock. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yo, if he put I Run New York, it's a body bag. Yo, Bobby, I did see that Iran struck Dubai, right? Just, them niggas is goofballs, man. They don't care. Whatever. Fucking losers. Anyways, we're smoking on a Khomeini pack tonight. That's that. If nothing else, that in itself is a way like that is the best thing to happen in a hot minute. Because again, it's not just the Middle East, man. Right? I'm Nigerian. We deal with Islamic terrorism constantly. My people were butchered by Muslims, so I know this shit. And these people are getting sponsored by Iranians and all these other Muslim countries. Okay. So again, when I talk, I'm not just talking I don't just have an opinion to have an opinion. Anyway, let's see here. Get in the studio. Yo, listen, you know what's so funny, man? Like I don't wake up with the desire to rap. Let me put it that way. I don't have that desire. So don't, but you know what? Don't gas me up, man, because I'll wake up at 50 and start rapping. Don't gas me up like that, man. Let me just think that I'm garbage, and so I don't even have to go in that direction. Let's see here. Luda's your favorite rapper from the South. That's a good question. Is he my favorite rapper from the South? Well, him and Missy are my favorites, I would say. Yeah. I think T.I. is dope. I look, T.I. is one of the best rappers to ever come out the South, without a doubt. You know. In fact, y'all saw this? This made me laugh. Looks like people, you know, like I always tell you, man, people be watching my shit. I know they are. Or even if he is not watching my shit, whew, if this nigga is not watching my stuff, but had pretty much the exact same opinion, I'm going to cry out here, man, because this shit is fucking hilarious. You saw this, man.
Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, effective relief.
Man, I don't care about no damn Advil. I don't need that right now. You know who needs Advil? Is Khamenei. Khamenei needs some Advil. Fucking clown. So I don't know if y'all saw this, but Andre 3000. If you saw this is hilarious to me because he's saying this shit now, right? Again, I said this a decade plus ago. You know who is not a whack Andre 3000 is T.I. If you listen to T.I., you'll notice clearly T.I. is influenced by Outkast. You can tell. And there are times even when he raps where it almost reminds me of a more street Andre 3000. And that's why in certain instances, I'm like, I kind of prefer T.I. to Andre 3000, even though Andre 3000 says more. He says more shit, or at least he has the presentation of saying more shit, if that makes sense. I mean, both are great. Both are dope rappers. But again, just because you sound, or just because you are imitating somebody doesn't mean that I'm supposed to give you props for it, right? T.I. is a dope Andre 3000. Kendrick Lamar is a whack Andre 3000. That's how that works because it boils down to execution. That's it. It's that simple. Tiger Lord. Yeah, 3 Stacks don't really have the catalog like that. I mean, obviously he has a lot of songs, but in terms of like hip hop sort of stuff that you say, yeah, this is some, you know, some rugged shit, some stuff that like, you know, I'm going to hear at a hip hop spot and things like that. Again, it's not to say that you're not going to hear Outkast at all. Like, I mean, ATLiens was a big song. Throw your hands in the air. Wave them like you just don't care. That's the first song by them I ever heard. And I loved it. I thought it was fucking ill. Cooler than cooler than the polar bear's toenails. I thought that shit was hard. I like that shit back in the day. So, yeah, you mean solo catalog, right? And that's the thing, right? I mean, you can't really say you're that guy if you haven't made a solo album, really and truly, right? I mean, you can still be dope, of course, but for you to really come into your own, where again you really have to make your own album, right? Well, Vlad is a clown. He's trolling. I mean, that's the thing. Vlad is not really a good hip hop. He's not a hip hop head. He's an opportunist, right? And then he trolls. Well, whatever, it's fine. Let's see here. I'm just going to read more and more of your comments. Squabble up. Tiger Lord, people don't realize how deeply entrenched jihad is. That's a fact. And people don't also realize that there's many kinds of jihad. There's jihad of, I mean, and again, this stuff is written down. Since, look, we're on an Islamophobic tilt today, so let's do it. Let's see here. There are key types of jihad. One thing about Islam, for you. So there's jihad of the tongue, pen. So this is what your average Gaza or journalist is doing, okay? What they're doing is essentially using media, judicial systems, right? Setting up laws to spread Islam, spread Palestine. Palestine and Islam are the same thing, essentially. So you promote Islam, dawah, all that goofy shit, okay? Then you have jihad of the hand, which is doing charity, so-called charity work, but it's all to spread Islam. And of course, jihad of the sword. So there's all these different ways, and they write this all stuff down. It's very, very boring when you think about it. All right. Project Pat. I love Project Pat, actually. Project Pat's up there. Project Pat's one of my favorite Southern rappers for sure. I mean, Mr. Don't Play is fire, right? Yeah. But, Project Pat, he's dope, but he's a little limited. But yeah, Project is definitely one of the best ones. But I would probably say in terms of like actual sort of like bars and hard rapping and all that kind of stuff, it would be Ludacris. I think Ludacris is probably my favorite. I'd actually take Ludacris over 3000, I think. When I made that list, maybe I put 3000 before Ludacris. It's hard to say, but I love Luda, and I loved Luda back then. I mean, like I heard Luda with "What's Your Fantasy," man. This was high school for me. So, yeah. Give it to me now. That shit was hard. And then he came with Southern Hospitality, and I mean, Southern Hospitality, man. I can't understate how, understate, overstate. These songs are huge. They're not. This is not some shit that you're just like, oh, he was just a rapper from back then. Luda is one of the reasons why people even listen to the South. Because again, you need people like a Luda to open the doors up and to give that region its respect. Because people don't just listen to people from other places, right? Are you guys listening to Indonesian rap? No. You don't know what the fuck is going on in Indonesia. You don't care what's going on in Indonesia. But if an Indonesian Nas comes out the fucking woodwork all of a sudden and starts rapping that hot shit, you're gonna be like, what the fuck they got going on in Indonesia? I gotta listen to all these, and that's the whole point. So the dope shit will always open up the floor for the whack shit. The whack shit never opens up the door. No one cares about the whack shit until the dope shit makes it acceptable for the whack shit, unfortunately, to exist, if you get what I'm saying. We all bumping Indonesian rap. Yeah. Yo, listen, Nicholas, I'm already way ahead of you, my man. I'm already I'm ahead of you on that shit. Let's go.
Drop balls on them. Drop balls on them. Win. We drop balls on them. Drop balls on them. Win. We drop balls. We drop balls on them. Drop balls on them. We Cadillac grills, Cadillac mills. Check out the oil, my Cadillac spills. Matter of fact, candy paint, Cadillac skills. So check out my 20-inch eyes. Hold on to like my 20-inch ride. 20-inch thighs make 20-inch eyes. Hoping for American 20-inch pies.
Pretty ass toes,
pretty ass
pose.
Oh, how I love these pretty ass hoes. Pretty in the high class, anything goes. Catch them in the club throwing stall. Anything make my long john fall. Women on they still making long johns call. And if you like to juggle, get long johns. All the players in the house that can buy the ball on the 20-inch rim with the candy bar. All the women in the house, if you chasing cash and you got some big with a passion, with your pot at fruit for your open toes when you get out.
We used to fucking scream this chorus in the clubs. All my players in the house. You guys don't know about club anthems, man. You don't know. This shit was fucking huge. And this is when the Neptunes, like, they were getting popular, but they weren't like full-blown popular yet. Okay, so Luda was kind of early in the Neptunes wave. That's another thing you guys got to realize. Okay, so anyway.
So anyway, she was wearing them damn shoes. Her feet was just like this, like picking stuff up or something. Crazy, man. Yeah, we at Magic City right now, man.
Let's go. All right.
One more again.
Popping and dancing. Let's go. Head down, pussy, pussy hopping. Head down, pussy, pussy hopping. Head down, pussy, pussy hopping. Head down, pussy hopping on the handstand.
On my American bandstand, somersaults, cartwheels, let's just keep on dancing. Chinese splits, I know down that hole, and feel this dick, get it out of control, no, keep going till it's looking like this.
That's my shit.
Let it kiss the sky and then make it. Tuck and twist, it don't like if you fucking.
This nigga is fucking talented, man. Luda is fucking talented. And again, that's why I clown these so-called hip-hop heads, because they used to I used to have these conversations 20 years ago with some nerd backpacker goofball talking about what's his name? Oh fuck. I don't even remember these whack-ass rappers anymore. Who's that one corny white boy that people always used to say back then? Not everybody, but obviously if you were in that backpack world. Jesus, I've forgotten his damn name. Some garbage ass shit. All that Def Jokes, goofy Jeff Good rappers. Let me see if I can find them. Aesop Rock. That's who I was thinking of. Oh, Aesop Rock is better than Ludacris. He's real. And you're like, what? Shut the fuck up. And if it wasn't them, or you're talking to, let's say, some, who's like, well, I only listen to, what's his name? Papoose. Oh, word. Papoose is better than Ludacris, really? Papoose is the real deal? Fuck out of here. All right. Do I like the songs that Timbo did for Bubba Sparks? Yeah, man, absolutely. I probably talked about it on the channel a few times. See, Bubba gave, I should say Timbaland gave Bubba Sparks some heat. Ugly, Lovely. And there was the other one. There was like 3 songs that Timbaland gave. 3 beats that were just like, man, these beats are fucking crazy. Open Wide, I think, was the 3rd one. And Bubba did okay on them. Open Wide, he kind of wasted, in my opinion, because that beat's gorgeous. That's a fucking phenomenal beat. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see here. That was my shit. Yeah, again, One Eyed, you always liked how One Eye's comment's great. He's like, I always liked how Luda rapped in the way like he was always having a good time. And this is really important. Again, like, hip hop is effortless. It's ultimately, it's party music. It's supposed to sound fun. Okay. Now, again, everything is context driven, right? So Nas is not going to rap like just when he's talking about, real shit going on in Queensbridge. Right? Obviously, sometimes you got to be more serious. Sometimes you got to be more playful. But the point is that element of play has to be there. It can be dialed down. It can be sort of full throttle, like a Redman or Ludacris, but it's got to be there. So when you're like, somebody whacked out my mural, it's in Eastern Europe, there's nothing fun about that at all. There's no sense of play in that at all. That's just being garbage. You see how that works? Let's see here. Unlike weak ass Canada, Uncle Sam ain't scared to put his foot down on this Islamic donkey shit. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Let's see here. Yo, the German Noonie, what up, man? Noonie says, Tochi, did you listen to that German rapper I recommended? I think I did, and I don't remember liking it like that. I didn't think it was terrible. I could kind of see what he was doing. It was more like, Noonie, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he had videos and stuff, and it was kind of like jokey, right? Like, again, it was most like some Eminem, even borderline Luda type of shit, right? I think if I'm getting the right person, I think I did actually check it out. Let's see here. I'm just reading your comments, my man. Southern hospitalities. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Is Luda the greatest rapper to become a successful actor? Or is he a Fast and Furious merchant? I always love when people use the word merchant. Like when they say, what's his name? Was it Harry Kane, who's a penalty merchant? I love when they use... See, there's certain words in English that are always going to be hilarious to me because they're so archaic, but they still work, right? Like merchant, peasant. Shit's great. Yeah. BT Uncut. What an era, man. What an era. Let's see here. One-Eyed Ichi, do I mess with Mystical? Of course. I like Mystical. Mystical has some shit. I've talked about Mystical a few times on the channel, or at least I've mentioned some of his songs. I love Mystical. Some of his songs. I mean, again, you look at that song, Pussy Poppin', right? I mean, that's head down. Like the way he says that, again, I always talk about vocals. This is so obvious, but like people don't talk about this shit. The way he says it, imagine you put Kendrick's voice in, it's not going to work, right? You need niggas with energy who really got it, who got that talent. Right? Mystical's got a great voice. He can rap well. Like, I mean, why not? Right? I like Mystical quite a bit, actually. Scarface put the South on the map. Yo, Tiger Lord, that's some real shit. And people don't realize, but Scarface signed Luda to Def Jam. So again, that's a great example of a cosign that works wonders. And what's interesting is I didn't know that when Ludacris came out. It wasn't like, oh, listen, Scarface cosigned me. Because again, my era, we don't like dick riders. We didn't grow up with that dick rider energy. It only became popular after a certain point in time. Like Scarface signed Luda, from what I've heard, right? But it wasn't talked about. I don't even know if Scarface is on the album, on that first Ludacris album. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. But that's an example of an OG who sees talent, what you're supposed to do. You see talent, you know somebody's got something, and then you go. Yeah, I forgot to mention, of course, Scarface is one of my favorite rappers from the South. Of course, that goes without saying. But, it's not like now where it's like, oh, a dude will be plucked out of complete obscurity by Hove and Nas and stuff like that. And then these same fans will come to me and say, well, he was going to make it anyway. And the cosign doesn't mean anything. Like, shut the fuck up, you disingenuous clown. Are you kidding me? Stop lying. God damn it, man. These people got to be fucking lying all the time. There was just an interview on Vlad where Wayno was talking about how he became a millionaire by managing Dave East. That's probably cap to me personally, but that's beside the point. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, he literally says in the interview that when Nas co-signed Dave East, it changed the fucking game for them, obviously, because it gave them a platform. It gave Dave East a platform to even exist, really and truly. Okay? Dave East might be an industry plant, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, and Wayno had worked at like Rockefeller and all that shit. So you mean to tell me that when a Nas, a Dre, a Jay-Z, when these huge people co-sign you, that it doesn't mean anything? Get the fuck out of here. 99.9% of people who do art will never and try to get a platform and don't get a platform. And you're telling me that the few that do get a platform, they don't even have all that much shit out? And they get a platform, and you're telling me that doesn't matter? I don't fucking believe you. You're lying to me, right? Dave East exists because of the Nas cosign. Because frankly, if it wasn't for the Nas cosign, ain't nobody checking out Dave East. That's a fact, okay? It's a whole fact. Cosigns matter. They really and truly do. So let's see. Torre. Don't get me started on Torre, man. Yo, Torre, I saw a video. I don't even know how I came across it, but I saw a video with Torre literally co-signing the fact that some white male called a black ICE agent the N-word, well, or said with the hard R. And Torre was literally on camera being like, well, actually, well, in most cases you can't say that. That's not fair. But in this case, was the black ICE agent acting? He was, well, technically, because he's an ICE agent, he really is a house nigger. And I was like, what? What? You know that meme where the world shakes or some shit or the room shakes? I was like, I always thought Torre was a coon, but when I seen that shit, I was like, oh, you're a super coon. And then, of course, the comments were like, I never trusted this tether. And then I was like, oh, fuck, he's a tether. And of course, so now I get bunched in with him. Yo, that's insane. Let me just get this straight, okay? Let me get this straight for the some non-black, and I love all of y'all, by the way, as I've told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really and truly love all of y'all. But for some of y'all who might not know, there's literally zero circumstances where it's okay for you as a non-black person to call another black person the N-word with a hard R. There's no circumstance where that shit is fly. It'll never work, okay? I'm sad that I even have to say something so fucking obvious. Yo. Oh, man. Well, Vlad is so, Tiger Lord, this is interesting because Vlad doesn't really consider himself Jewish. Vlad says he's Jewish, but Vlad to me is now, and I'm going to speak on this. I am not Jewish. Okay. So again, you can say, okay, you can take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I am not in the Jewish community. I have a lot of friends in the Jewish community. I love the Jewish community, but I am not Jewish. I'm just an outsider speaking what I observe. Okay. As an outsider speaking what I observe, people like Vlad, there's a fair amount of Jews like Vlad, but they're not really culturally Jewish on any level. Okay. They consider themselves, they in their mind, they're white people, right? And even if they do a couple of Jewish things here and there, they in a way think that they have succeeded so well, or that they've been able to move past it, if that makes sense, right? So to them, they're just going to look at like Israel as like some obscure archaic place that we don't have to deal with no more and all that kind of shit. They don't think deeper about this stuff, right? They have in essence become white, right? They have become in some way, shape, or form. They've almost, because at the end of the day, Jews have been colonized. They're like anybody, right? Like, they have been colonized by the larger majority society. And so people like Vlad, in my opinion, are essentially just white boys. I don't really look at them as, not to say that he's not Jewish, but again, his thought process and stuff is very much like a white guy that grew up in Oakland. He's not thinking about this stuff. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Because if he had that connection to Israel, and if he had that connection to the Jewish community, he wouldn't say the shit he says. It's very obvious, right? But unfortunately, there are people like that. They don't have that connection. They don't want that connection. And, they kind of wait like that. Anyway, so that's just my true sense, again, as a person from the outside, Well, look, if you're going to be on Vlad's couch, whenever someone comes on Vlad's couch, I just assume that they're lying. So, but it's entertaining. I'm not going to lie. Some of it is fucking entertaining. Yo, nice man. Turn on my TV. What's going on my TV? Oh, man, my TV downstairs, so I'd have to go on and turn on the TV. Is there some crazy shit? Oh, shit. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Let's see. Trump says Eva Khamenei is dead. Okay, yeah, he's dead. He's gone. They're striking. Okay, cool. Any new? Let's see here. Some Iranians celebrate. Let me just show y'all, just so that y'all can view with me, not leaving y'all out the Times of Israel. Get used to it, niggas. There's some, I'm sure there's one or two hateful Canadians who are watching this. Sorry, you're behind the curve. Sorry. You know, we are from the Middle East. We know what was going on. You didn't listen to us. We've been trying to tell you, you know, but you wanted to take that oil money. That shit's not going to last, man. It's not going to fucking last. Anyway, Trump says evil continue uninterrupted until peace is secured. Yeah, that's fucking beautiful, man. Operation Epic Fury. You see, this is why I fuck with y'all Americans. USA, USA. Oh man, I fuck with y'all. Okay, well, anyway. I don't see any new news, but that's beautiful. All right. Yo, you know what's hilarious? Or I'm not going to say hilarious. I'm well aware that Iran hit Dubai. I have an acquaintance. This was, again, I'm Mossad, okay? I'm Mossad. I have an acquaintance, okay, an Israeli friend of mine, who was in a hotel, who was like 3 hotels down from when the strike occurred. Okay? So, again, I'm connected to this shit. I'm not one of these people that just talks out of my fucking mouth. Like your typical white liberal, purple-haired geek who doesn't know what the fuck is going on, right? Like, this stuff affects people I know, I can put a face on, I've talked to, I care about. She was in the hotel three hotels down from where the shit happened. Boom, they heard a massive explosion. What the fuck? They look outside, fucking hotels leveled and shit. Okay? So this stuff is very real. Again, like if you're going to have an opinion about a certain part of the world or a certain thing, do your homework. It's okay if you get it wrong, but at least approach the topic in good faith. And this is where I'm in 2026, bro. I don't have conversations with people who approach stuff in bad faith, because people that approach stuff in bad faith are not even worth talking to. Really and truly. That's the number one question you should ask. When you're having a discussion with somebody about some kind of topic that is controversial, ask them, are you approaching this in good faith? Of course, they'll say that they are, even when they're not. But the fact is, try to figure that out. Because if you're not approaching this in good faith, we're not going to see eye to eye. I approach everything I do in good faith, which is why usually I'm right. But there are occasionally some times where I may be wrong. But if I'm wrong, I'll say, oh, shit. Because, again, once you approach something in good faith, you're going to know about that stuff, right? That's all it is. Yeah, Khamenei dead, man. Khamenei out of here. The pedophile. Khamenei was a complete pedophile. Like, I mean, I'm not even just saying this. Like, my Iranian friends tell me this shit. This dude was fucking... This is who the left defends. They defend literal pedophiles. Khamenei was out here with young boys and shit. This guy's a fucking gay pedophile. You kidding me? That's your supreme leader. That's the guy that I'm supposed to be like, hands off Iran. Word. And then you want to talk to me about children being killed in Gaza. You see how it never makes any sense, bro. It never makes no sense. Because they don't care. They don't care about humanity. They just want power. And they'll say whatever they can to get power. That's all it is. Let's see here. I'm looking at your comments. I'm going to have to roll in a little bit, guys, because look, listen, it's Saturday night, okay? It's Saturday night. I got family to meet. I got family coming from out of town that I'm going to host and have a good time with. And then from there, Khamenei is dead. So I might find myself at a Persian party turning the fuck up. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm outside tonight, okay? So I may have to cut the stream a little bit in like, let's say 15-ish minutes or so, like that. Yo, Trump is sliding all the ops. You got to slide on the ops. You can't let the ops sleep. Fuck out of here. All right. Pretty Ills, Torre is not Black American. Listen. Apparently he's a tether. That's what the comments were saying. Now, I don't know if this is another one of those FBA tricks where the moment an FBA embarrasses themselves, which is pretty often, shots fired, they then assume, oh, well, actually, his distant ancestor from like 3 generations ago is from the Caribbean, so or from Nigeria, so he's a tether. Oh man, Mad Max. Luda was never hated. I disagree. I think Luda was absolutely doubted. In fact, that's why, and Luda even talks about this shit. Like, I mean, he ended up doing a song. He almost had to keep proving that he was a hip hop dude. He even says this. Like, he'd be in Def Jam buildings, and he was like the only Southern guy there, and they're looking at like, what's the Southern guy doing, and all this stuff. But he was a Def Jam for a reason, because he's a fucking rapper. He's really got that skill set. So, and then eventually, he obviously did the song with Primo because, you know, Luda's a hip hop head, man. You know, he did Eric Sermon, then he did, you know, MVP, which is a good song. Let's see here. More of your comments. Let me read. I need to listen to TV Off. What's TV Off? Is that some kind of Goofy Kendrick song? Vlad is a grifter. Yeah, Vlad is a grifter for sure. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. So, let's see here. Honestly, Choch, I shouldn't be listening to you curse or anyone curse during Ramadan, but I'm here anyway. I love you, man. Yeah, man. Listen. Homie, and I come back to this, bro. I got love for people who got love for me. It is really that simple. Honestly, man, it really is that simple. A lot of, you know, people don't realize my girl's Muslim. Well, oh shit. I know about this shit, man. I know about Islam. Believe me, man. I know about this shit. Okay. If you're good to me and you don't have all that fucking weirdo shit, I'm cool with you. But the moment you start flexing on that weirdo shit and you have that weird ideology that you want to, you know, force me to be, like, I remember I dated back in the day. An ex-girlfriend of mine is Somali, right? And we started dating. Oh, shit. Some of them Somali women, you guys know, beautiful. And you know, we got together and all that. And within, I want to say like within like 2 weeks, she was talking about like, well, you know, you're gonna have to become Muslim, right? And I was like, what? I remember that shit. It was like I wasn't even thinking about that shit because again, I'm like, you know, you're Muslim, you do your thing, type of thing. But this was years ago. Now I understand it like a lot more. But back then I was so confused. Like, really? What's that got to do with me? Like, she's like, yeah, you know, you're gonna have to become Muslim and all. I was like, that's not happening. But again, and then we, you know, subsequently we broke up. But the point is that you can't force people. First of all, your ideology, if it's based on hate, is not good ideology. Number one. And number two, when you're trying to force people to become something in some sneaky way, directly, whatever, that's obviously evil. Now, if you decide to say, look, listen, at the end of the day, I believe in a higher power. My higher power looks like some version of, I don't know, Allah type of thing. And this is what works for me personally. Then I ain't got no problem with that. And in fact, you are protected under, I mean, even if I had an issue with that, you are protected under Western laws. Our Western laws protect freedom of religion. They also protect freedom from religion. Okay? So you can't be out here praying in the streets trying to fucking show your dominance. Fuck you. I'm allowed to not be you and live my life. I'm allowed to not like your religion and live my life and not be fucking, you know, ostracized, try to, you know, take my job away, or all this goofy shit. Just as you are allowed to say, I don't like the religion of Buddhism. I don't like the way non-believers think about this and that. That is your opinion. You are allowed to have your opinion and not be crucified for it. It is your fucking opinion. Now, when you meet a non-believer, a Buddhist, a Christian, when you deal with them in the workplace or in real life, you have to treat them with respect, right? Because they are human beings. This is basic, right? You can't discriminate against them. Anyways, yeah. Yo, listen. Shout out to the 7,000 Club, man. Noonie, Sochi making the most out of that 7,000. Oh man, that's great. Tiger Lord, you have to have a global perspective to converse intelligently. You know, I think there's some truth to that. I think there's definitely some truth to that. I have a global perspective because I lived abroad and I've lived in the West. So I do have a global perspective, and I've had a global perspective since I was like 9, essentially. Now, again, I always say that a lot of these things are in good faith, right? There are people that I know that don't have a global perspective, even, and sometimes they even grew up abroad too. Because I think some of this stuff, it doesn't necessarily matter. Let me not put it this way. It's easier if you have grown up abroad to have a global perspective, but you can have that global perspective living in the West, even living outside of the West. You can just be one of those people that is interested in the world at large. But what I'm saying is, if you don't know something, I will never clown somebody for not knowing something. And in fact, I'll never really clown someone for having the completely wrong idea about something. I will clown someone who doesn't care that they have the wrong idea about something, who is not willing to look at the evidence, who's not approaching in good faith. I will clown you for that shit, right? I mean, that's just what that is. All right. You know a Pakistani lady who was married off of 15. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm trying to think if there's somebody I know personally. I don't think I know anybody personally that was married off that early. Yeah, not personally. Busta, what it is right now. Oh man. Let's see here. Redman, Method Man, Dame Dash, and Diddy all fronted on Luda. I mean, people fronted on Luda. It's just the truth, man. Let's see. I'm reading your comments. Yeet. I did a video on Yeet, or Slat the Rapper, as I call him. Oh, P. Tresnov, 240. Yo, P. Tresnov, man, you say some real smart shit, man. You're like very, very learned, and I really appreciate that shit. I love to see your comments. So please keep posting, because I know you're very learned. You're even more learned than me in some of these things. So I really appreciate your comments, really and truly. So I will have to look into that. I like Douglas Murray a lot. I think he's a very smart guy, really and truly. Let's see, what else? Tether RTA. Well, is this the first time I've seen this? Is this the first time anyone's posted Tether RTA? This is so obvious. Why didn't I see this earlier? Why hasn't anyone posted this before? Oh my God. Oh man, y'all are funny. What up, IBR 7000? IBR, someone was just talking about how I'm working for that 7,000, that Mossad 7,000, and then you show up. Illuminati? Anyways, yo. What's up, IBR? Good to see you always, my man. Good to see you. All right, I'm gonna roll out shortly, guys. Love y'all. I really appreciate you, checking in. And yeah, definitely. I got some. I'll try and do a video tomorrow if I can. But definitely, I'm always here, man. I'm around. But again, I just got so much shit doing, honestly. So, and I try to talk about what's important. Like, this is obviously super duper important, right? This is world news. So, and I know I'm a hip hop channel and all that, but hip hop is worldwide shit. I mean, you saw, for those of y'all who came in at the beginning of the stream, you saw me play a song. One of the big songs, I don't know if it's necessarily Iran, but certainly I've been to a fair amount of Iranian protests. And the song is about Javid Shah, right? And the beat is like some hip hop shit to a certain extent. And, you got the guy Chain on. Like, hip hop is global, man. It's the voice of change. It's the voice of the downtrodden. So it's natural for someone who's really into hip hop to be interested in other things and to be interested in the world at large. Because one of the big aspects of hip hop that people don't talk about, but is actually pretty obvious when you listen to a lot of hip hop, is kicking knowledge. Kicking knowledge, you could argue, is like KRS once said it's like the fifth pillar of hip hop, and he's kind of right to a certain extent. You got to kick that shit. That's why, again, you can't really be in that top echelon. The top guys, the top producers, the top rappers, they hit all the marks, right? When you listen to Jay, you feel like you're getting smarter listening to Jay. Jay, and I'm not saying that Jay is he's not no scientist. But when he's saying 1 million, 2 million, 4, like when you listen to him, you're like, oh shit, I'm getting smarter. I feel the emotion of it is like, I feel like I'm getting smarter about the hustle, about the business, about how to really become a master hustler, right? When you listen to Nas, it's like I'm getting smarter about how people behave, like environments, right? Particularly talking about Queensbridge, whatever, right? Like, when I'm listening to Luda, I'm hearing a guy who's like a master of getting the ladies and and dealing with them and like having a fun time with the ladies and things like that. Like, again, you do have to kick that shit on some level. So when you kick no knowledge, there's really only so far you can go with this rap shit. Like, in terms of being that guy, it's just the truth. You guys know this. Anyway, there was a hip hop class in my college, but they teach about Palestine and Kendrick. Well, of course they do. Kendrick is the Khamenei rapper. He's a DEI hire, man. Kendrick makes music for corny white liberal types. Respectfully, okay. I know we don't know who Kendrick makes music for. Niggas don't listen to Kendrick like that, man. He makes music for the white casual, who wants to hear something that is called hip hop, but is actually coffee, pop, R&B, funk type of shit. That's who that's his audience, right? He's a DEI rapper. I don't listen to that garbage. Saturday night in Toronto. Let's see here. Kendrick is hip hop. Well, Kendrick needs to make a hip hop song, my man. Kite, if you say Kendrick is hip hop, he's got to make a hip hop song. He has not made one. He has not made a single hip hop record that we will go, yo, you've arrived. That even a hater, let's call me a hater if you want, if you wish. That one where a hater will say, nah, that shit was fucking fire. That shit was hard. He hasn't made one. So to me, he hasn't really arrived. And he never will. Nicholas, he never will. It's not in him. He never will. He doesn't care. He doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have the interest. He never will. He never will. Okay, guys. I think I'm about to wrap this up. Let me see one last couple of comments. A few more minutes here. I don't like leaving y'all. Y'all are good people, man. I always appreciate y'all taking the time to watch my stream, honestly. It's a lot of fun. So maybe I think I'll just say peace in the comments. So listen, Nicholas, I'm going to be in LA one of these. You never know. I don't know if it'll be this year. I'm going to be real with you. But I'm due for an LA trip, 1,000%. I really am, because I've not been to LA in a long time, not since 2017. Maybe I'll do a 10-year. I'm always envious of y'all in LA, man. That weather and shit like that. And LA got some good people, for sure. Some good ass people in LA. I mean, obviously, there's phony people in LA, as you know very well, because people are so close to the business, so they can get a little phony. But there's some good ass people in LA, man. Real shit. Some good fucking people. The only good song Kendrick made was the feature with Dre, The Recipe. The Recipe is cool, but I'm not bumping The Recipe. Like, again, and that's one of his better songs, like, for sure. Like, if it came on somewhere, I'd be like, okay, cool. But again, like, you got to make that shit, man. You got to make that song that even I'm like, ooh, I like this. I'm gonna listen to this on my own time. Not that it's forced on me, but I'm gonna take this and actually listen to this. I don't even listen to you. I always say this, man, but and I'll end this on this note. But yeah, let's just go to this particular, because sometimes people will surprise you. People will surprise you, and like, oh, I see here, Doggy Diamonds. 50 Cent is scared to rap against Fabulous and T.I. Really, Doggy? No. You guys this as before I roll out, because this is a perfect example. I don't like Young Buck. I don't listen to Young Buck's music. I don't know a single Young Buck song off the top of my head other than this one. But when this shit came out and it was leaked, it never was like fish. It was never released, which is really sad because this to me is by far the best song he ever put out. By far. I was shocked. I was like, this is Young Buck?
No, I'm not Jay-Z, 50 or P. Diddy. Nas or DMX or Brooklyn's on Biggie. I'm a dirty South soldier. I hope y'all hear me, cuz. Never met Big L or Big Pun. We only got big. Look what I done. Here we go again. Here we go again. I'm back, still got my bitch, man. It's 08, all I'm thinking about is getting paid. Big yachts, mansions, buying real estate. My young bucks got gun permits, so I'm inviting niggas to try some dumb shit. Now all of these celebrity hoes wanna get me cuz.
Soul of New York City. This shit was the beat's crazy. And he did well on it. Kendrick's not done this. And this is again somebody that I wouldn't listen to. By the way, this person who made this fan video, because I remember when this video actually hit the internet. Absolute classic. Yeah, this is my comment 7 years ago. I ever put this video together. I always really loved this video, man. It just speaks to me, you know? I love this shit. Breathe, man. This part is my favorite shit. Let's go. Always and forever. And on that note, y'all, I'm rolling out. Love y'all. Peace.